right, Michigan, Ohio State, winner goes to Indy. Here we go. All right, so we're back. Michigan is back to the winner-take-all game against Ohio State. It's at home. Look, we've been here before. We've seen this play out, and we can never beat Ohio State. And that's always the thing, is like, why can't we beat Ohio State? We got to beat Ohio State. Obviously, no crap, because Ohio State is always going to be where they're at right now. They're undefeated in the league. We got to try to beat them to go to Indy. If we don't, they go, and it's just that same thing. They're like this red wall that we can't get through, and then it turns into, well, Harbaugh sucks. He's never done this, never done that. It's like, yeah, because we can't get past Ohio State. Nobody can. So it's so frustrating because this is a perfect example. What a good year. Yes, lose to Michigan State, who's a pretty good team. That's a terrible loss just from a Michigan fan perspective, just because we were up on them. We should always beat them, always want to beat them, but we didn't, so we have a loss. But we went to Wisconsin and won, to Nebraska. I mean, had a lot of good victories. Penn State, just go there and win, right? A lot of road games, tough environments, we win. And so now we set up a winner-take-all against Ohio State. And it's just like, okay, Ohio State's better, but why can't we just sneak one past them? And we haven't been able to do it in the last 20 years. And it's like, wow. Because even, you see it with Michigan State. We've been better than Michigan State many times, and they'll find a way once or twice to just sneak one out. Just weird, right? Just a weird game. Why can't things get weird between Michigan and Ohio State and we win? I mean, Ohio State is super, super good. Saw it last week against Michigan State. I mean, they just looked crazy. I mean, I don't know what was going on with Michigan State, but letting those receivers behind them, and maybe they're that good. I mean, they're outstanding, but maybe they're that good where they got past Michigan State, behind Michigan State so many times. It just seemed like, man, this is just crazy. So Ohio State's really good. Michigan is good, but we're not, and we haven't been on that top tier, Alabama, Georgia, Clemson, Ohio State, that top tier. We're a good team, and Michigan fans have just been frustrated by that. We want to be on that top tier, but look, there's only 2 or 3, 4 teams that have been there in the last 20 years. We haven't been there, and now, from a Michigan fan perspective, this is what I want. I want a winner-take-all game. And look, that's just give yourself a chance. There's nothing worse than coming into this game with no chance, to win the Big Ten, and you're just like, let's save our season against Ohio State. That's no good. This is like, all right, we have an opportunity, winner take all, let's do it. And so why can't we have a game where it just kind of comes together? Ohio State makes mistakes, and I'll tell you why it's so difficult, because Ohio State's super, super talented. They start off the season always kind of the same way, a couple close games, trying to figure themselves out, and then they get stronger, stronger, stronger. Credit to them on that. And then Michigan game is their Super Bowl. It's everything to them. And so when you combine the talent, how they've gotten better throughout the season, this is the last game, and then how they are just so focused on this game, it's so hard to beat them. They just don't make mistakes like we do, like Michigan does against maybe like a Michigan State, where, look, we're trying, we're more talented, but we make a couple mistakes. Michigan State's now in it now, and then they beat us. Like, that just like almost never happens. It doesn't happen against Ohio State. They just don't make mistakes. They don't let that window open. So if you're Michigan, it's pretty clear what you have to do this week against Ohio State. You have to score. You have to score, and you can't turn the ball over. So when you have to take those drives, because we know what we're going to do. We're not like a dynamic passing attack. We're going to run the ball. Cade can make some throws when he has to, but we're just going to run the ball, eat clock, and then we have to score touchdowns, and we can't turn the ball over. And if you can do that, you can stay with these guys, because, look, they're going to score, and I would be shocked if we don't have 2 safeties back basically the whole game and say, you can score on us, but we're not going to give you a one-play 80-yard touchdown. Like, we just cannot do that. So we're going to make you use clock, make you go down, and yeah, you're probably going to score, but we can't. A couple times we got to prevent you from getting a touchdown, just a couple of times. And so in order to do that, you have to keep safeties back, cannot give them that chunk play, make them get down there in the red zone, make them come up with a play. And look, they're good. They're gonna score touchdowns, but we got to stop them a couple times, and then we have to score touchdowns. I mean, it's just Simple as that. So when we get down there, if Moody's trotting out in the field, it's like, oh man, we gotta score touchdowns against these guys in order to win. So hopefully Michigan can do that. I think it's gonna be another just classic, and it helps having it at home, obviously. That's gonna be the difference. I think we know Ohio State's better, but at home, I think it's gonna be a really good game. And I think Michigan, like, eventually at some point, Ohio State just has to mess up. One year they have a snap, they fumble the snap. They do something that gives Michigan a chance, get them some momentum, get the crowd into it, up by 10. Something weird happens. We get a kick return. I mean, we need just one big weird play that like never happens against Ohio State. We need them to mess up. Unforced errors, something. So I think Michigan's going to stay close, and if we can get some sort of mistake from Ohio State, we can pull this off. And now, boom! Now we're in Indy. Now we're in the playoff. Now things are just rolling for us. I don't know what happens in the playoff, but now you're in. Now Harbaugh checks all those boxes that people say he can't do. Well, yeah, you got to beat Ohio State. You just do, and it's not going to be easy, but I think they can stay close and get her done. So hey, if you're new to the channel, my name's Chris. Put on videos with my friend Craig. We talk about Detroit sports and Michigan football and basketball. So if you like this content, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.